following podcast is a production of Radio Felician, the voice of Felician University of New Jersey and the home of alternative rock done right. Available via iHeartRadio, TuneIn, the Radio Felician app, and at radiofelician.com.
Radio Felician University.
What's up, world? What's up, Falcons? It's the 90 Shades of Vibe podcast, and it's nothing but a vibe. It's your girl, Monty.
It's your boy, Ron.
It's your girl, D.
And it's Bestie.
And remember, it's nothing but a vibe. Welcome back to the 90 Shades of Vibe podcast. Guys, it's been a freaking minute. We've been on winter break. I hope everybody's winter break was good. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024, guys. Yes, we are stepping into the new year, and we're stepping into the year of peace, prosperity, and evolving. Okay. If you know what I mean. But yes, welcome back to the 90 Shades of Vibe podcast. And today's topic is this generation doomed?
Dum, 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 dum.
The quote of the day is, we are a sad generation with happy pictures. Can anybody tell me what that means?
Ooh, that is.
Basically, we don't live. Like, we just take the pictures to look happy, but we aren't actually happy within that moment. So we're like actually faking it.
That is very true. Anybody else?
I would say I think it means like, you know, like we all like, I think they're just trying to say like our generation pretends to be happy, even though they're not, and try to like make it seem like they're happy on social media.
It's like portraying an image and not keeping up with the image that you're portraying.
Clock it.
I was just about to say that, like painting a picture of something that, because I just feel like with the generation is like we pretend to be happy, like because they have this high expectations for the generation, and it's just like it's hard to have that when it's like how we grew up compared to now. Like the generation now is ruining it for our generation. They make us look bad, in my opinion, because it's like
clock it.
It's just sad because as the generation go on, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So it's just like that is very true. I feel like after like us, after the generation after us, I don't know what's gonna happen. We might just go downhill, y'all.
Throw it in the garbage.
Yo, because everything, the cats is coming out the bag.
No, real. And if we're speaking of Cat, talk about Cat Williams, but we're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
But let's get into this topic. Let's get into the first question of the day. Okay, so do you think this generation is ready to take on adulthood?
No.
Why do you think so?
Not.
Absolutely not. Listen, the maturity level is not there at all. Everybody is quick to fight, or it's too much. It's like, where is the foundation? Where is like, it's just so chaotic. It's just everywhere. It's unorganized. It's like, especially the parenthood of the generation. They let the kids, all of them do whatever they want. And because of that, that's why we never have nothing. We can never keep nothing because they just don't respect what we, like, it's so deep. Like, it's so deep.
Well.
Yeah. Also on Instagram, I feel like it's not actually really, like, I'm finding cute that little kids are singing like inappropriate songs like on Instagram.
Vapes.
That's not really cute.
No, it's different. Like you can like, it's like 4th, 5th, and 6th grades out here smoking vapes. It's crazy.
Right, clock it.
Now, that's a shame.
Like y'all
That's
can put them vapes down for real.
That's a shame. But you also want to know what it is, though. It's because it's the way. Okay, I feel like it's the way that this generation go about things with their kids, because I know in a sense that parents nowadays are like, I don't want my kids to not have the freedom or like free will, but it's like in a sense free will to what extent though?
To their age limit.
Yeah, free will to their age limit, just exactly like Bessie said, free will to their age limit, because it's like, why is a 13, 14-year-old 6th, 7th, and 8th grade hitting a vape for?
Yeah,
like and then think about it, your brain is not fully developed. Imagine what that could be doing to you.
Bro.
Imagine what that could be doing to your kid. Why is your kid smoking weed at 7th, 8th grade?
No, can we actually clock that for
Yeah,
real?
clock that, because your brain, like, smoking weed in a sense of, listen, I'm not telling you not to do it, and I'm not telling you, we just telling y'all in a sense of, at a certain age, kids should not be doing that. You gotta let kids be kids. Like, you gotta let kids go outside and play, come in when the street lights come on, all that. Like, for real.
And
Let
also
kids be
dressing your
kids.
kid at a certain, like, dressing your kid like age appropriately, not dressing your kid on social media, like dressing them in like hoops and like short dresses. Like let them actually be a kid and like be them. So
Yeah,
at their age, like let them
piggyback
enjoy
on
the
that,
age limit they're at. Like stop teaching your kids how to twerk and they don't know the
Wake that up.
ABCs.
Not the twerk.
That's crazy. Because to say that, it's like versus then and versus now. Like, when if I do something wrong, my grades is bad, oh, give me your phone, give me your tablet, you're in punishment. They get rewarded for bad behavior. Or when the street lights come on, you need to be
In that
house. Niggas, you got kids younger than me outside 3 or 4 in the morning. What? Where's your parents? Where's your mother? Like,
No,
where's
bro.
your mother?
Like,
Where's your
missing
mother?
in action.
But she out here.
I just want to say I just want to back off of that and to like kind of close this question as well. Like, please teach your kids how to be kids. Just let your kids be kids. Like, let your kids have a childhood, because a lot of kids out here didn't have a childhood. They had to go through very harsh things. They weren't able to. They didn't have mom, dad to teach them how to ride a bike. Mm-hmm. Like some kids didn't even grow up in a 2-parent household. Some kids didn't even grow up in an actual household with their biological father and mother. So in a sense, it doesn't matter if you adopt a kid, you birth a kid, it doesn't matter in the sense of anything. Just raise your kid to be a kid. Like, when it's their time to be an adult, teach them how to go about that and teach them how to be a woman, teach them how to be a man. It doesn't matter if you have a boy or a girl, just saying in a sense, but wait to let them grow up on their own. Don't try to like force them to grow up, because forcing somebody to grow up is not going to do anything to them but make them miss their childhood.
Cause trauma.
Basically, this generation has no I feel like this generation has no morals and respect, like for because you can see it in the way people raise their kids. Like your kids should not be doing anything any age appropriate. Like everything has age appropriate limits.
I do get that.
Yeah, I agree.
But to end it with that, you have to also understand this generation mothers, whatever they learn from their mothers, they teach their kids. So maybe they just wasn't taught how we was taught, and they're just learning how they go. But sometimes mothers don't know how to be mothers, especially when you're the young mother, you're 17, 18. Y'all still learning how to be an adult. Y'all not even ready to be mothers. It just depends on how you grow up with your mother, what your mother taught you. I just feel like a lot of generation don't have guidance at all.
This is the 90 Shades of Vibe podcast with Monty and the HURO and Huron.
Yo.
Radio Felician University.
Next question. Do you think this generation struggles with financial stability?
Yes, 100%.
100%.
I say that because
Yes, y'all all broke.
not
She
even
said y'all all
broke. Broke is
We're not about to do that to them. 'Cause
Crazy.
They're going to attack. They're about to attack us.
right. But it's like, I hate when people can't keep a job. If you, I'm broke, you get a job, then you can't commit to that job. I can't get up and work on time. I can't do this and that. Like, it's just so bad. Like, we cannot keep a job. It's ghetto. I'm sorry. It's ghetto.
I feel like, yeah, this generation definitely struggles with financial stability only because they buy the things they want, not the things they need. Mm-hmm. They rather go out here and spend $1,000 on a Prada bag instead of $1,000 on a car, or putting a down payment on an apartment,
Wake that up.
or even like put yourself in a predicament to go to school, or even
budgeting,
or putting that interest down on that credit card that you completely swiped because you wanted to be out here buying designer.
Right, clock that.
Girl.
That's why this generation struggle with financial stability, because everybody want to look rich but not actually be rich. It's a difference between being rich and wealthy. Being rich is looking rich. Being wealthy is having the mindset to know that you want to be in a sense to look rich and actually have the bank account and the mindset and the stability to actually be wealthy.
Right, because everybody look for short term but not long term. You get this money, and instead of you budgeting it, saving it, you want to spend it. Like, prime example, you give somebody $1,000, right, and you think they're gonna sit there and budget it. No, I'm about to go to the store and get this Gucci purse. I'm about to go there and cop this. I'm about to go and do that. And then you're like, oh, now I don't have no money. It's what you do with your money. Mm-hmm. It's how you, because people just think that they got money to spend. Like, it's really hard out here to get money and keep money, because it's always some kind trying to build. Like, one thing about it, put priorities first. That's the problem. People don't put priorities first. When it comes to bills, when it comes to anything, y'all better look the part and not really stand on business when it comes to like bills and this and that. Like, I feel like I don't care how bummy I look. As long as my bills are good, as long as I'm financially stable and I got a roof over my head and I'm eating, that's all that matters to me. That's how I grew up. I grew up struggling. Everybody don't struggle, so they don't know how it is not to have anything.
Exactly.
And also, this generation, like, I feel like they're not very grateful of anything. Like, they'll, like, sit here and be like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have this. Focus on what you have and be grateful for it. And always pray every day. And, like, basically be grateful for what you have and pray for what you want and work hard towards what you want. How are you going to get something if you don't work?
Bro.
That is very true. I feel like also the reason why this generation struggles with financial stability also as well is because they don't know how to manage their money. Like, some people don't understand that math is a very important subject in school. Like, I seen this, it was like this reel the other day where this lady, she was talking about they asked her what her favorite subject in school was. And she was like, math. And she was like, why do you think so? Like, why do you like math so much? And she was basically talking about how math is literally the center of how you're going to deal with your money. And that really spoke to me because I was like, dang, like, I need to, like, not even in the sense that I don't like math, but I feel like a lot of people don't know how to actually calculate and manage their money in a way. So it's like, you know, people like slope, ratios, y equals mx plus b, all that in a sense is how you're going to manage your money. People look at it as, oh, they're trying to teach us bull crap, but in all reality, no, they're trying to teach you how to manage that bank account. You need to pay attention to that.
Well, I do feel like a lot of the math that we do learn, we don't necessarily need. I feel
Yeah, a
like
lot of it we don't need.
It's like very specific to like certain like careers, like geometry, like that's, you know, construction.
But why don't they, like, have us learn things that are actually useful? Like, you know, in high school, like, you know, driver's ed, like, that would have been useful. Like, things that are actually useful. Why waste those 4 years on things that we don't actually are not going to use in the future and with our lives? Like, actually learn math that's going to help us count our bank accounts, clock everything that we're doing.
Yeah, because that's like literally since we started school, we've been doing the exact same classes.
Not even gonna hold you. Felician University, can we have a convo real quick? Do y'all hear me? All right, let me say something. I love this school so much. I really do. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. But I honestly think that y'all should let me teach a class.
Yeah, teach a class is crazy.
Y'all should let me teach a class. Let me teach you about some time management, money management. Everybody gonna walk out here.
That's what grit is for.
Huh?
That's what grit is for.
Next topic.
Yeah. Trying to get somebody out their job.
No, I'm not. Actually,
Miss
shout out to I actually want to make a little shout out to Miss Tyler. Miss Tyler, I love her.
It's Tyler?
It's
I've
Tyler.
been saying Toller.
It's Toller. I think it's Tyler.
Towers.
I'm sorry the way I
Towers?
say it. No,
Yeah.
you know what?
Stop.
We want to really have
I've
this
been saying
conversation on
Toller,
mic.
but I've been thinking, oh, maybe I just got that from that.
No, it's
the
Miss
Roll on Rate
Tower.
thing. Oh, wow. Miss T, we love
Yes,
you, Bookie.
Miss T. Thank you so much for everything that you do for Felician University. I actually want to give you a shout out because you actually really did help me through my freshman year of college. So shout out to Miss Tyler. Y'all already know, go visit her at the Lodi campus. Y'all better go visit Miss Tyler because she'll help y'all through some stuff. But question 3, do you think that this generation struggles with toxicity?
Is that a question for real?
That's not a question. That's like an actual
That's a
fact.
statement. Right, a fact.
That's a fact.
Proven.
Because why do y'all
fact.
normalize toxic
Okay.
relationships? That's really aggravating. Like, why don't you want anything healthy? You rather sit there and argue all day. Like, so why do you want to be with someone that drains you? Like, go be with somebody that actually loves you, cares, like, is your peace.
Go be with somebody that pours into your cup. Not just be with somebody that pours into your cup.
Wake that up. Cause y'all realize something, like a lot of couples that was together, like broken up, like Offset, Cardi B, or it's just like it's like a lot of couples that were together is not together more, and it's because of toxic traits, and it's
Not
crazy.
even. I don't even think it's because of toxic traits. I feel like it's that, and also in a sense, think about it. The industry, they want this image that people, they want to give this image that people should live by, and that's the problem, and that's where toxicity starts to come in at. Once you give somebody an image and you can't keep up with it, now it creates toxicity, it creates narcissism, it creates manipulation. That's why, in a sense of, just be who you are. Like when you're entering a relationship and it's two people involved, don't let outsiders get into it. No, leave your friends out of it. Y'all need to stop going to your friends about your man. You need to stop going to your best friends about your girl best friends. Actually, quote that. Y'all men need to stop going to your girl best friends about y'all women. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter what your girl best friend says. It doesn't matter. She's not in that position. She's not the girl. She's not the woman. You need to learn how to love your woman for who she is and learn her. Don't try to like go to others to get advice about your woman. No, that's your woman. You got to deal with that. So at the end of the day, stop going to people for advice because that's your relationship. And at some point in time, it gets irritating to have to hear about it. I mean, I know I be putting my friends through the same thing. I apologize to everybody on this mic. We love you. But sometimes you just got to handle it yourself because you never know. Maybe you not even in a sense going to your friends and they give you bad advice. They're not giving you bad advice, but maybe just going to them isn't helping you because they're not in that relationship with you. They don't see the good, the bad. They don't see the times that when you're not around them, they don't see what's going on with y'all. So it's like, it's a relationship between two people, not A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Also, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Exactly.
So going to your friends, like especially specific friends, you shouldn't go to them about anything.
You throwing shots?
They don't know nothing.
Shade.
I feel like she throwing shots.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I definitely get that because it's like sometimes it don't even be relationship. It's like people let other people in y'all relationship, like y'all let people have too much input and say so, and that is the problem because it's no boundaries when it comes to friendships and relationships. Like, is this a 3-way relationship? Because I never knew about it's
like, why do you give your friend so much power?
Leeway to say what break that up because that is so annoying. That's why I go by you're private, but you're not a secret. Like you can know who I'm dating, but you don't have to know who I'm dating.
Y'all let me call my man so he can tell y'all.
Like,
no, I ain't gonna do that because if I put him on the mic, y'all, he gonna block to say y'all ain't trying.
Right, he gonna clock all the tea.
He gonna clock all the tea, and y'all gonna hear everything.
They like, ooh.
He just gonna be clocking my tea. But I might have to put him on the episode one day. No, I'm not. He not coming on here because he gonna be talking a lot of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Why does each generation think the next is doomed?
I mean, I personally think that as each generation comes, the stuff we do is the same.
Yeah.
But I
it just
think
gets worse and worse
The music,
as it goes.
But you know how the music is. Like the music that they're listening to now is way worse than our music was. Like every generation music is way worse. And it's more like exposed. Like everything is just out there now. Like you know how like the old music, it was like covering, it was saying stuff without saying it, but now everything is just open. Like everything just says everything about everything. Like it's no cover up or nothing.
Okay.
Even to bounce off that with like the old music, we ain't understand that when we was younger. We was just dancing to it. What you mean? We ain't understand nothing. We didn't understand nothing that was going on, nothing was being said. But Genuine, I understand what you were saying now. And you wild for that.
Let's not quote Genuine after the stuff I seen on the blog.
We're not gonna talk about R. Kelly. Ooh.
Not Diddy either. Ooh.
Next case.
If it ain't about me, I'm a Kiki. Next case. Next on docket.
Next on the docket, we got. Do you feel like this generation runs away from their problems?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why so many they run away because they don't want to confront the issue, and that's why the issue become bigger and bigger and bigger.
And you want to know what it is? This generation hates confrontation.
Yes, clock that.
Like
Get up.
this generation runs away.
Yes.
You know, like meaning like any type of confrontation y'all don't want to have. When in reality, you need to have confrontation to get through problems. Right. How you gonna make a problem with somebody and then not want to solve it in any type of way?
But also at the same time, not all confrontation is good confrontation. Because it's like you can have a conversation with an adult, but are they really thinking like an adult though?
Right.
Are they really going to sit down and have that convo like an adult?
Like they clearly might not be in the same mindset as you mentally.
But like you could come to them calmly to see how they may react in some type of way. You could come calmly and correct. Sometimes some people come calmly and correct, but some people may not. But then, other things.
Yeah, because you
And
don't
those
come
are
calmly
the
correct.
people you have to stay away from, sweetheart.
Yes.
Because one thing about me, you get one morning, horny. I come to you woman to woman, and you know what?
I feel
Next case,
like
because I'm not going to speak.
Me, I'm starting to learn, like, good, sorry. Me, I'm starting to learn that, like, I even tell my friends this, every action doesn't need a reaction. Because I feel like as you get older, and you're starting
That
to,
was
like,
all shade.
No, it wasn't. I love you so much. As you get older and you start to learn and you start to learn yourself more and everything, you start to realize that everybody's, like, your feelings are the only feelings that you could be control of. You can't control nobody else. You can't control what they say, what they do, how they move, how they act. You can't control that. You can only control you. So control how you react to stuff. All right, somebody being weird to you, you know what you do? You go about your business. You see them act like you don't know them. Just be quiet. There's nothing to say. Don't say anything, because this generation fails to realize that yes, confrontation. Yes, we avoid confrontation. And sometimes confrontation doesn't need to be avoided, but sometimes not having a reaction to the confrontation will solve each problem, will literally solve the problem, because it's like there's no reaction. I'm not giving you anything. I'm not giving energy to the problem. So it's like confrontation doesn't always have to be confrontation. It just has to be somebody sees what they did, they know what they did wrong, you move accordingly. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but one thing that I don't understand is that you can avoid it, but do you have them people that will nitpick and pick and pick and pick and pick and pick, and then they'll take it too far, and to the fact that you can no longer avoid it. You have to.
Let me tell you something. You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
I'm
What are you
suing
doing?
people now. I'm grown. I'm suing you.
No, I've
You
been
said
saying this for
something
so
to me.
long, girl.
Yes.
I'm not fighting any of y'all.
I'm suing y'all.
I'm calling out lawsuits.
I'm calling lawsuits.
I'm pressing charges. I'm suing you, and I'm getting a restraining order.
I'm getting that new Tesla you just bought yesterday.
You're not
Give me that car. Give me that house. Give me all of that.
Because I feel like over break, I realized that, like, every reaction doesn't need a reaction. Like, when I react to certain things, like, I got told something today that other people had reactions to. And, I was just calmly about it. I felt in a type of way. I feel like you should be happy for your friends in their decisions and not react so, like, harshly.
I think that we did. No one reacted because no one said anything to the person. And
Side eye.
I would say that is no reaction. So let's prove that not every situation needs a reaction.
Next
Because reaction would be clocking it and texting. Never mind.
You know what?
I'm confused.
You're confused?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Next.
I'm gonna tell you what she clocking when we get off this mic. Tell you when we get off this mic. All right. Do you think this generation struggles with not being able to be quiet and not getting their point across? That's literally what we just clocked. Yes. Mm-hmm. They struggle with, like, people struggle with just not leaving alone. Like, you just gotta leave it alone.
Like, I feel like this generation is just, like, not afraid of confrontation. Like, how other generations were afraid to, like, confrontation, we're not afraid of it. Like, we're like going into it. Like, we want to solve the issue. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. But
the thing about it is, like, at some point in your life, it's like arguing. Man, who wants to sit up here and argue? Like, that's why, like, now, that's why I move how I move. Like, I just be quiet. I don't say nothing, because who wants to argue? Arguing is too much. Just accept what you did wrong. Take accountability for it and just apologize. Like, people just don't know how to be real. Like, this generation, we need realness. People just don't know how to, I did that to you. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know what? I feel how you feel. I know where you coming from. People just don't know how to.
Bilky, we're in 2024. Accountability went out the window.
But that's the problem, though. Right. We need to break these curses.
Yeah.
We really do.
It shouldn't be considered arguing. It shouldn't be considered arguing. I feel like it should be considered voicing how you feel. Like, I feel like you shouldn't voice. I feel like you should voice to the person how you feel. I feel like you shouldn't. Some situations need to be explained, though. Like, but then again, not.
Mm-hmm. Right. I do want to say that I think we need to have an episode about different generational curses that we, like, experience, because I know a lot of people from our generation went through probably so much.
We gotta touch base on that.
And I know
I feel like you know what? Y'all would love that. They would love that. They would definitely love that.
Somebody's inner child.
We definitely gotta do an episode. We gotta do an episode about diversity and culture because I want to get on here and talk about my culture.
Yes.
You know, some people don't know that I'm half Indian. Some people don't know that, so I gotta get on here and tell y'all about that curry because y'all know nothing about that curry.
Make that up, Indians over here playing. But like to piggyback on what Bestie said about like being able to. I ain't gonna lie, I just woke up. I don't remember what she said. But I'm going to say that people don't accept criticism at all. Like, and it don't be to hurt you. People, you know what the problem is? People take everything you say the wrong way. And it's in personal when, like, if you're my friend and you know my intentions is not bad, and I'm trying to tell you, like, you know, hey, I felt like you should have this better, you know, not trying to start anything, but trying to teach them how to avoid problems. But they get all in their feelings and take it personal. And that's how you can never really talk to somebody or have them one-on-one because they don't know how to accept criticism or know how to think about it in a way like maybe my friend really just trying to tell me I need to, like, do things a better way.
Fix my actions.
And fix my actions because, you know, like everybody say actions speak louder than words.
Exactly.
So I feel like it's just like you could say da-da-da-da, but it's how you really represent yourself. But at the end of the day, that goes into relationship as well.
Like, it's not really how you say it. It's more so how you say it. Like, you could say something, but it's how you say
it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Like, for me personally, I feel like it's how I say it. Like, it's how I say things. I'm not coming off as rude. It's just how I say it. Like, I'm starting to learn that now. It's how I say it.
Yeah, because I be wanting to knock your head off.
Wait, hey, violence is not the answer, guys.
Right.
It's not.
We here to
Y'all, let me
uplift.
tell you, one thing about it, I love her forever and ever. I love her forever and ever, but she play with me. She know we're going to get in the field with the boxing gloves.
We most definitely can.
We can. We can today. We can make a Walmart trip.
Not the Walmart trip.
Next question.
Sorry, guys. Do you feel like this generation is rebellious?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think that's what this whole generation, like, concept, if you will call it that. It's like, that's what they do.
Rebellious.
They go against the rules. They push boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're more like, it's not considered rebellious. I feel like we're more like free. Like, we're more open to doing things.
Girl,
like,
we've been free. We've been free since Martin Luther King had a dream. They
wake it up. Since Rosa Parks.
Exactly, since Rosa Parks sitting in the back of that bus.
I feel
If y'all don't know who this is, Madam C.J. Walker, do y'all know who that is?
Wake it up.
Well, I'm waking all this up.
I feel like we're going to do whatever we want to do. Like, in our generation, we're going to do whatever we want to do. Like, and that's the problem. I feel like that could be a good thing and a problem at the same time. Like, in a way, we stand up for ourselves, but in a way, it's like, kind of, we need to, like, chill a little bit. Like,
very true, very true. Next on the docket, it is, what is something that this generation does that you fall victim to? Like, what is something, like, toxicity, it could be toxicity, not being able to take on adulthood, like, anything in this generation that happens that you fall into the category of. Like, this is self-reflection. If we're gonna talk about the generation, we gotta talk about ourselves.
I fall in the category of self-control because I cannot control myself when it comes to certain situations, and I'm still working on that. And time management, another thing that I'm struggling on.
Very true, very true. Go ahead, Huron.
Oh, clock it.
I'm sorry.
I think, I'll probably say managing my money, because girl, when you said that something about $1,000 and it was going, girl, you know that was me. Girl,
Clock it, wake it up.
Clock it, you know, a couple times, because you'll always come back.
Yeah.
No tea, no shade.
Put that and get it right back.
And I'll probably say people pleasing. And I just made like my New Year's resolution this year. Stop people pleasing. So yeah, all 2024, we ain't doing that from now on. Actually, just now.
Yeah.
I feel like with me, it's like it's a couple things with me, but I'm working on it. My main thing I feel like with me is I gotta stop letting everything get to me.
Mommy, say that again one time, please.
I gotta stop letting everything get to me because I be letting everything get to me. Like, I'm gonna say it one more time. I have to stop letting everything get to me. I really do. I gotta just start like, how can I get on here and say, I gotta let people have to start seeing stuff for what it is? And that's in a sense of, I come on here and I talk about like, you know, topics. We come on here, we talk about topics about like stuff that like life problems, life segments and stuff, but we are currently going through the same stuff. It's not like, that's why we come on here and we talk to y'all, because it's not just our opinion, it's us being real. Like, I need to work on my self-control too, but I really need to work on like stop letting everything get to me, because in a sense I can't control everything that's going on around me but me.
Well,
Yeah. Anything to say? You got anything to say?
I have to work on balancing everything out, like balancing like social life, doing my work. You know, this semester I'm really trying to like focus and, you know, pass everything with flying colors. I'm really focused on that.
Yes. For real, y'all. But the last question is, to end this off, the main question of the day. Is this generation doomed?
Say it with me. Say it with me, guys.
Yes.
I'm gonna say
What?
I'm gonna say no. I'm saying maybe.
Maybe.
I think our generation has the most potential out of all generations that have come.
Wake that up, Ron. Wake it up.
And I just feel like there's problems in our generation, but there's problems in everybody's generation, especially the old generation. They, you know,
They just
like
think they
a lot
know
worse.
Our
everything.
generation,
honestly.
I say yes and no, because yes, it's not like we don't have no type of class, but then again, we don't. Like, I'm saying, meaning like, we're like too blunt for this. Like, for any type, our generation is the most blunt generation.
yeah.
That is very true. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm a part of this generation, but I ain't doomed. You wanna know why I'm not doomed? Because my dad don't play with me like that. I be getting told by myself. No, I don't. My dad just be one thing about a father having a daughter. Y'all should know. Them father-daughter relationships, they be crazy. He be clocking my tea every day, every night, every hour.
So,
He be clocking me. They even know. They be like, oh, did he really just clock you like that? Like, but nah, us in a sense, we just asking in this generation doom. We just want to see, like, this episode was really just about like putting our realness out there and also trying to see like and scope out the problems that's going on in our generation. Like, I feel like somebody has to say it. Somebody need to say it. Somebody need to speak about it. And I feel like we need to start doing that. We need to start being able to break generational curses. We need to start being able to take accountability for our actions. We need to stop putting everybody before ourselves.
Clock it.
Clock it.
Yo, we need to stop all that. Like, we really gotta don't put
social media into
Oh yeah,
reality.
stop turning social media into reality. Stop thinking that everything that you see on social media is real. Stop listening to these music artists because they once were in your position. Stop it. Because the only person that you can listen to is the Lord above. And if you don't know, and in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. But thank you guys for listening and tuning in to the 90 Shades of Vibe podcast. It's your girl, Monty.
It's your boy, Ron.
It's your girl, D.
Your girl, Mira.
And it's nothing but a vibe. Remember 2 ways to listen. Check out all Radio Felician podcasts via Spotify. Just search Radio Felician University or just go to radiofelician.com.
Follow Felician Radio on Instagram at radio_Felician. And follow us on our social medias, TikTok, Instagram, at the 90 Shades of Our podcast. And follow our main socials at, I'll break it wrong.
At Money the Scientist. And just remember, it's nothing but a vibe.
This podcast has been a production of Radio Felician, the voice of the Franciscan University of New Jersey. The views expressed are solely those of the hosts and guests and are not official statements of Felician University. Visit Radio Felician on the web anytime at radiofelician.com. Want to send an email? Reach out at radiostation@felician.edu. Radio Felician, the Falcon.